McGovern, what a player! Ryan with a big mark! He's got the most impossible goal! Because the Eagle has landed for the Premiers in 2018. It's one of the great grand finals and one of the great victories.
I'm looking forward to the challenge of defending a premiership. Obviously, it's one of the tougher things to do in our game, so we enjoy these challenges, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we go.
I think one of the things with the pre-season this year has been, our consistency that we've been able to get. That's what we wanted to work on. We've been doing the basic skills well. Coming off last year, we wanted to make sure that we got some pretty good workload in. I think we covered that. Our 2 games have been pretty good.
Massive grab from Oscar Allen.
It's always difficult to tell how you're going. Our JLT form, it's been pretty good. I think in patches, it's been really good.
It was a tough one to take. Petrochilli bounces and dribbles a nice goal.
Our availability is getting there. Our fitness across the board is at a pretty good level as well. We just don't know until we start playing games about where we're at, where the competition's at.
From all reports and what we've seen, Brizzy have made massive inroads from last year, and they were competitive last year, so they're going to be just as competitive, if not more.
Well, the atmosphere down here is certainly building up for the round 1 clash between Brisbane and the West Coast Eagles, but it's always nice to get the first crack at the reigning premier.
Wide into the pocket, down to McCarthy, who's twisting, turning and hooking a clever goal.
When it really mattered, we didn't compete well enough. And then the last 10 minutes, we lost it, which that's probably one of the more disappointing parts of the night as well. I just thought we got beaten in the ball for most of the night. I mean, the numbers will tell you we well and truly did.
Yeah, it was a frustrating game for us as a backline, straying away from our roles, and also the rest of the side not playing to the ability that we could have. And I think we learnt that as the reigning premiers, you're now the yardstick for the rest of the competition, and each week people will give everything they've got to test themselves against you to see where they're at. So that was certainly a learning from the game.
We weren't able to stop them in the end. Pretty disappointing performance on our end, and a lot to work on. They got on top in there and beat us in contested footy pretty convincingly, so got a lot of work to do in that area, and the boys put the work in this week.
200, it's a fantastic effort. He's had a couple ups and downs as well, and he's had to learn how to get the best out of himself from football, so I've been really proud with how he's gone about it now, and it looks like Josh is going to be able to play. So for him to be able to play 200 games for the club is another big thing, because both those players have had a big input about how we are as a club now, with how we go about our training, how we play, and the standards that we have.
We've got a couple premiership medals, 400 games. We've got 3 Colemans between us, 3 All-Australians as well, so they're all JKs, but we've also kicked, how many goals? 600 goals?
Masto was actually hoping that I didn't play last week because he wanted me to come out with him, but no, look, it's great to see, and I suppose we've been able to share our journey together as well as Shannon, and I suppose to have a milestone with those guys, it's even a little bit more special.
Thanks for inviting us down. It's a great privilege. The club's dear to my heart. From our humble beginnings to what you guys have set up now. It's such a powerhouse in football. And obviously to Josh, coming across from the Pies, but now actually saw the light. Really, really rapt that you're going to get a game for this great club, and I'm sure it's the first of many, and well done, mate, really well done.
It's been good ever since I come across here, really enjoying my time here, and just really happy to get an opportunity and be back playing at AFL level, so can't wait for tomorrow.
60,000 have come here to Optus Stadium to see the Eagles open their account for 2019. The Giants, though, no slouches. We know what they did last week and what they're capable of.
That's something that is new again for us with Optus Stadium, and then bringing the flag home, and then our first home game there with 3 milestones. So it was certainly a big occasion, and that comes with pressure.
The trust part's really cool. It's a very important word, trust. Okay, I've got it in you guys in spades. So we are just backing ourselves into that. There's nothing special about what we're doing. We're just playing it away. I reckon I've forgotten about that last week.
For the 22 players that were playing, there were 3 milestones, and we needed a win to set up our season, and so there was a lot on the line. And what was pleasing was probably after the first 5 minutes we were a bit off, and then after that we steadied the ship and played our way for most of the night.
Venables opens up for Shuey. Never looked like missing off the boot.
He's pretty good. He's not the worst player in the world. He's one of those players that can just turn a game on its head, and very lucky to have him in our side.
Vardy over the back. Venables. Redden. Shuey. Already hit one in this turn. Make it two. He's lethal. Luke Shuey. Yo, darting and weaving in the pocket. Hooking it back from the tightest of angles. Elliot Yo. Straight in. Petroncelli just blitzes past the ball. Tucks it under the arm. The speedster. He's going to send it long. Racing away. Streaking away. Petroncelli. And that will do it. It was a rocky start to the premiership defence for West Coast, but it's been a big response in round two.
Yeah, I guess after the week we had with Liam and some of the comments that were made online, obviously GWS have a couple of great Indigenous players as well, and so it was just a nice gesture to link arms and show that in the fight against racism we are all united and we'll stand together. And yeah, I think looking back on it, it was pretty powerful.
We had to be efficient, and we were, so we thought throughout the night each forward sort of had their opportunity, and they displayed some things that we've been seeing pre-season. So we're still working through the dynamics of our front half. There's still a bit of change with Lecker leaving and Scott Lycett, and obviously Jamie Cripps not been available, and Willie Rioli. So there's been opportunity, and tonight they stood up, and along with our rucks as well. So that was good tonight.
To win that night was a relief. Get your first win on the board. We played really well and played to our system, and it was just good to know that it still holds up. And obviously we were confident it would, but to play like that was pleasing. And for the three boys that had their milestone games, we made it a special night for them.
Obviously all three of them are legends of the club, all three premiership players, and someone a young guy like myself will look up to and want to kind of strive and reach those levels towards the end of my career.
Yeah, it was great. We're testing out the new song, and it was Hutchie's no better person suited for it. So, he was really roaring it, and those all three fellas usually on the outskirts of the circle pushing the young fellas in. So it was good to get a bit of Gatorade on there.
Oh yeah, obviously knew when I was available to play, and I think it's been about 8 months now, so definitely sort of given me a bit of added inspiration, knowing that time frame of playing again. But for me, I'm just, as I said before, just looking forward to getting on with it and playing with the boys again. I haven't been able to do that for a while, which has been tough, but we know how good Collingwood are, and it seems like they've gone to another level this year.
The West Coast Eagles will unveil a debutant on the biggest stage in the grand final rematch. West Perth product Josh Rotham will play his first AFL match on Saturday night.
I think most of the boys found out at the airport that he was playing, so the airport was pretty cool. Like, everyone got around him and congratulated him, and a very lovable bloke.
So pretty big stage, obviously. Just going to prep like I always do, and hopefully when I get out there, the nerves settle, and I'll be good to go.
We completely trust Rothy and the way he goes about it, and he's a serious player and he's ready to play AFL. So it was a little bit about opportunities, and it was a little about for us as a tight backline, just letting him fit in.
West Coast and Collingwood, their first meeting since the grand final. Will it be the same result?
I remember walking around with Sheeta pre-game when we first got there, and we were walking around inside the forward 50 where we were when the siren went, and we probably should have been more focused on the game itself, but we couldn't help but reminisce a little bit, and that was special. I mean, if you can't reminisce and talk about the good times, then there's no point in really doing it.
One of the best moments post-Granny was the boys in the change rooms, just the 22 carrying on a few beers, sing-alongs, all that sort of stuff. So heading back in there and putting your bag down was pretty special.
Here we go, grand final replay. To the back, Hickey, and here's Kennedy. Handball off, Cripps in some space. West Coast get their first. Turnover, big one too, Elliot Yo. Set sail, Ryan out the back. Does he keep it in? Yes! I reckon they're going to have a look at it.
Kennedy can pick it up. You'd think he'd be good enough for me, Josh Kennedy. He is.
Siren time. What a night for that man on screen. He's endured plenty.
Gaffy's Gaffy, very rarely plays bad, and obviously had some time out of the game, but didn't miss a training session all pre-season, and at training has 40 touches in 10 minutes of match sim, so I think everyone sort of expected that he'd come out and play as well as he always does.
It was a big occasion, and Gaffy and Cripps were probably two of our better players on the night, which was really a testament to the quality of players of which they are.
It's been a while, and it's been tough to sort of reflect on it all, but It's just the main thing was about getting out there tonight and contributing a really good win against a great team, and it really sets us up, and it's going to be a good trip back.
No, it was a great feeling in the rooms after the game. We were able to beat a really good side in Collingwood. Again, another important win for us to set up the season, to go 2-1. In terms of a collective effort, that was probably our best game for the year. The total football side of things, we were good with the footy, but our team defence on the night was outstanding, and that was due to guys like Liam breaking the pressure axe record that stood at the club, and the form of Oscar Allen and Josh Rotham in his first game. If we keep playing young blokes like this, and there's a bright future for the footy club.
What we do, we sort of halfway through the first quarter starting to work it out. You guys are starting to really understand. Like, we're sitting back a lot now and going, they just work it out. We're here to help you a tiny bit. You guys really drive it hard. I'm really proud of what you did tonight. I'm proud of you, Roth. First game of the club.
Yeah, unreal feeling. Just trying to process it all now. Great to get the win, and thought I played my role, so dream come true, really. Obviously losing to Brizzy round one wasn't the best start for the boys, but last 2 weeks have been really positive. If we can take that into the rest of the season, then we'll be fine.
We're confident. Obviously, years gone by, we've beaten Fremantle teams with Nat Fyfe, and I think they'd be equally confident to beat us without him.
Dockers skipper Nathan Fyfe will not play in Saturday night's Western Derby, with the 27-year-old still struggling after that brutal head knot last weekend.
We'll be ready for most things that sort of happen, I guess. Obviously, they might be a bit more physical, which is fair enough. If they don't want to do that, we'll make sure we try to look after Gaffy and anyone involved.
As a kid growing up and knowing Derby Day, that's probably one of the bigger days in WA footy of the year. No matter where Freo or the Eagles sit on the ladder, both teams get up for it, and it's always a great occasion.
I wish I could say it was bigger than just a normal game, and I used to say that when I first started, but it really, the prep and the maturity of the players, it doesn't feel too dissimilar than most weeks. Every week's a bloody big game, so this week's no different.
That crowd of 58,219, the largest ever to pack in and witness a derby.
The light show is on here at Optus Stadium.
Derby 49, it's been a huge build-up to this one, and we are underway.
Place there goes Petrocelli into the open goal. He's put it through for the first of the night. The young speedster kicks the opening goal.
It's 4-on-1, running inside 50, and it's Josh Kennedy who'll make it 8 straight for West Coast against the Dockers. It was more arm wrestle than a Derby classic, but the reigning premiers stand firm and make it 8 consecutive victories against their crosstown rivals.
It's my pleasure. We didn't get a chance to do it on ground to present the skipper and the Ross Glendinning medalist for this evening, Shannon Hearn. Shannon, there you are, mate. Congratulations.
Thanks, Ross. Well, I just thought it was one of those games we just had to grind it out, and we managed to do that. But they played really well. They made more scoring shots than us. We just managed to kick straight.
I like disposals, not possessions. So, but having said that, we got beaten around the contest. So that's something we need to work on. We don't like to be that far away in that stat. So we've got some work to do.
Pulled out that this week. Our fans make it an intimidating place for us to play, and it's a reason why we have such a strong home ground advantage.
The West Coast Eagles could be without star defender Tom Barrass for up to 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but I also understand it's a part of football, and I've been lucky to be able to play in a successful side for a couple of years now, and there's people who don't have that luxury and therefore don't even get to play in the side at all. So you take little injuries when they come, and it's just part of the job.
I'm not sure whether they'll boo or cheer, but everyone who pays for a ticket has a right to cheer or boo or do whatever they want to do. So I guess I'll just cop whatever comes.
Yeah, I anticipate Port will know everything we're doing. We know a lot about Port doing as well, and whoever does it best will win.
From the moment you walk out of here, I want you smiling and enjoying what you do, and understand what the best version of yourself looks like. Understanding what the best version of your line looks like, and then overall, what the best version of us looks like. Right, because we haven't hit it yet. Let's play our best tonight. Win, lose or draw, got your backs. Let's go.
Good Friday footy comes to Perth. First ever West Coast Eagles home Good Friday game.
Eagles without Barrass, a late withdrawal. We're set to go. West Coast and Port Adelaide. Round 5 continues. Dersma's marked it. Dersma can stroll in and finish it. What a start from Port.
Drew outside of the boot. That is a monster goal West Coast on the ropes here. But the numbers are simply all in favour of the visiting side. Inside 50s, it's a dominance. Score involvements is a dominance. Clearances is a dominance.
And they may well have made the experts do a rethink on season 2019. The reigning premiers brought down at home on Good Friday by Port Adelaide.
We got touched up and we got beaten by a better side who out-hunted us and we couldn't match it, so that's not going to cut it for anyone. So we're really disappointed. There was a shining light tonight and it was Petch, and that was our only avenue really to goal. But we got some work to do, obviously.
Yeah, so not the result we wanted. We'll review it, learn a few things, and just goes to show how tough the AFL industry is. You've got to be on your A game each and every week because every team's out there to win and to play really hard. So we'll bounce back next week.